Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler, and I decided to make another video today. I only want to make videos if there's something that you need to know. I don't want to make videos where I'm just rehashing something that I already have talked about. So today, actually, I found out about this from Metal Jesus Rocks, a YouTuber, very famous YouTuber, Metal Jesus Rocks from Seattle. He actually made a video where he talked about that on Xbox Game Pass. Do you guys remember? I'll get to cut to the chase really quick. Do you guys remember Antstream? I used to do live streams and videos on it. Antstream, it's a classic retro classics uh, cloud streaming service from games, classic games from 1980s, 1990s, right? From those two decades, 80s and 90s. And they have over like 3,000, I think, retro classic games. And remember how Phil Spencer talked about it, how he said he would like to team up with Antstream to do something together, because Phil Spencer himself, it's someone who loves retro classic games, and he talked about it in the interviews. He said how this is his childhood. He grew up playing these games, retro games, and so did I, because we're the same generation. I'm an old geezer, look at me. Even these glasses are not helping. So retro classics is basically another version of Antstream, but like an Xbox version of Antstream. This makes Xbox Game Pass even more of a value on top of everything else that the Xbox Game Pass has. So the value of Xbox Game Pass, having the retro classics now being included on top of everything else, honestly, this has to be the best gaming service out there. Seriously. Don't forget that you can also play Xbox Game Pass games on GeForce now, right? Because they do allow some of those Game Pass games to be played on GeForce now. So this really makes the Game Pass top-notch service. PlayStation, what are you doing? PlayStation Plus, what are you doing? But that has to be a separate video. I need to talk about that, okay? Sony, it needs to be a separate video, okay? Because we're not here to talk about Sony. That has to be a separate video, okay? Because otherwise this video is going to be, 2 hours long. So Retro Classic, it's an app. You download it, you click on it, and that's it. And the app opens up, and you're going to see a bunch of classic games on there. And it has kind of a same user interface familiarity with Antstream. But just remember, it's not, it is Antstream, but think of it like this. Like a hybrid version of Antstream with an Xbox. And I think this is great for Antstream. This will only help Antstream. See, there it is. This will only help Antstream grow even bigger and bigger and bigger. Antstream, I recommended Antstream. I still recommend it. I've been recommending it. If you guys look at my videos, previous videos that I've done a long time ago, I talked about how much I love Antstream. All right. So, this is Xbox version of Antstream, because they partner up with Antstream. And what do we have here? Well, they have some interesting stuff here. They got MechWarrior 2, which is great. Let's see what else they have. But let's try MechWarrior 2 really quick. Okay, let's play. And remember, this is all from the cloud. You're not downloading these games to a hard drive. It's the same principle as Antstream. You are downloading it from the cloud. So this is from a PlayStation 1. How cool is that? Activision PlayStation 1 MechWarrior. We'll add this to my favorites. Okay. It was released in 1997. MechWarrior 2, 31st Century Combat. Let's play it. All right. Let's see how it is. Activision. There's a menu over there. Let's see what the menu is. Okay, volume, control, save, resume. Okay, yeah. Quantum Factory Incorporated. Okay, here we go. Data transfer in progress. Press start. The memory card is not formatted. Sure. Okay, let's do an instant action really quick. Just want to see how it plays.
Fire moth.
Okay, let's go.
Planet Baker 3. Proceed with first mission objective.
Dude, did I just get killed immediately? Oh my god.
Fire moth.
Jesus. Did I just got killed immediately?
Planet Baker 3. Proceed with first mission objective. Mission failed.
What the? Anyway, let's try another game. All right. We'll come back to this later. Let's see what else they have. Hold on. Pitfall II. Tennis. What is this? This was Atari 2600, 1981. Let's play it. This might be a long video because I just want to kind of go through these games so I can show you like how it plays. Oh man, good old days. Simple fun, dude. This is what I'm talking about, man. These were the good old days, man. Just simple fun. Pick up and play, plug and play. You don't need no internet. Just put in the cartridge in and you're good to go. If you have two controllers, you and your friend, you and your girlfriend can go ahead and start playing against each other. Keep in mind, depending on your internet, you know, this is on the cloud, so the latency could be the factor. Just have to remember that. But hey, no one should complain because this is included. Think about it. This is included on Game Pass. Like, there shouldn't be any complaints. Like, if it's included, I'm surprised that PlayStation didn't do something like this. You know, I don't know what Sony's doing, but again, I don't want to talk about Sony right now. You know, that's like a separate video. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Ah, that's it. All right, let's try another game. I'll add this to my favorites as well. What else we have? The original MechWarrior. We got tennis. Let me add this to my favorite. Let's see. Hero. What is this? Hero. Beam. Rider. What is Hero? I never played that. I just want to see how many games they have. Like, how many games do they have currently? I just want to see what they have. So I got PlayStation, DOS, NES, Activision, 26 Amiga, Sierra, Sport. Okay. And then there's the Antstream, of course. What else do they have? Chopper Commando. Alright, this looks pretty good. Get to the chopper, Dylan. Come on. What you waiting for? If you don't get to the chopper now, there will be nobody else to go to the chopper. I need you to go there now. I'm a T-800 cybernetic mechanism liquid. T-1000 tried to defeat me, but I was able to save John Connor. Alright, here we go. I'm the Terminator. What are we waiting for? Get the chopper ready. I said get the chopper. Do not make me wait too longer. I think I'm already good at this. I have a clear vision. My Terminator clear vision is here. This is fantastic. I remember me and Bruno, we used to play this all the time. We used to pump the iron, go to the Pulse gym, and then we would play a little bit of this, and then we pump the iron. Actually, we would take turns, and while I'm pumping the iron, he's playing this. Then we take turns, and he would play this, see if he can beat my score. And then I would pump the iron, and then we'd go back and forth. Alright. Terminated. Quit the game now. Alright. Let's see what else they have. Okay. It's pretty cool that they have this. Listen, on top of everything else that's available on the Xbox Game Pass. People who are watching this, I want you to understand. Look what you have on Xbox Game Pass. You have EA Play. All the EA Sports games, you can play there on the Game Pass. You got majority of the Ubisoft games available. You have, my goodness, all of the Bethesda games available. All the Bethesda games available. All the Doom games available. You got day one releases available. And now on top of everything else, you have this retro classics. So this only adds to the value of Game Pass. Honestly, Game Pass, it's a godsend for those of you who are on a budget. Like, I'm on a budget, man, when it comes to video gaming. I can't be spending $70, $80 for a game. That's why I'm still kind of skeptical about Mind's Eye. Listen, I will play Mind's Eye regardless. I will live stream it regardless. Good or bad, doesn't matter. We're going to live stream it, okay? But I can't be doing that all the time. I can't be just like throwing money on these games because they're very expensive. And what if they suck? They suck and you just wasted $80, right? So Now with the Game Pass, you have the ability. It's like Angry Joe says, and quote, saving grace. You know, Angry Joe talked about this on his video, and he said, you know, there is a saving grace, and that saving grace, it's Xbox Game Pass, and he's right. All right, so let's see what else. What else do we have here? MechWarrior 2, Pitfall 2. That sounds familiar. 2600 Atari Pitfall. Pitfall. We're gonna add this to our favorites. Okay, let's try it. Let's play it. All right. Now I still recommend Antstream. It's only $4.99. No, excuse me, $3.99. It's $4 a month, and you have over 3,000 games, classic games to play. So I would still recommend Antstream for those of you who haven't tried it. Antstream, it's only $4 a month, man. Come on, it's worth every penny. And if you guys want to have more, more information on Antstream, just search in my name, Mr. 4K Upscaler, Antstream. I have 8-hour live streams, 12 hours live streams. I have so many live streams, videos covering Antstream. Highly recommend it. And great thing about the Antstream, it's available on a lot of devices. It's available on PlayStation, Xbox. It's available on PC, on majority of your devices. I believe even on Apple, it's available on Apple. The only place that it's not available, it's Nintendo. That's due to the conflict of interest, because Nintendo has their own Nintendo Switch Online subscription service. So that's the reason you can't see it on Nintendo. But it's available everywhere else. Okay. So this is Pitfall. I might have played this on Commodore 64. So what are you supposed to do here? Oh, don't fall. Oh well. Okay, let's try again. There you go. Keep going. You got this. Keep going, keep going. This is Atari 2600, but I'm pretty sure I played this on Commodore 64. Come on, man. You're almost there, bro. Get up. There you go. Whoa! No! Oh, we have to start from the beginning. Alright, well, we don't have time for that. Okay, let's just see what else they have available. Let's see. Hero. What is the hero? Hero. Let's play it. Again, this is Atari 2600. Looks like a platformer again. Hold on. What I'm supposed to do here? How am I supposed to? I can't. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have time because I'm recording this video, so I don't have time to be screwing around trying to figure out and waste your time watching this. This is something I can do on my own free time. Uh, Hold on, let's see. I'm just checking out to see what they have. I'm not going to spend like you know 2 hours just playing these games. I'm just I want to see what they have, what's available. They seem to have a lot of Activision stuff. What is this? Fathom. Seems to be a lot of Atari stuff. (1983). Oh my god. This is 1983. So what am I? Am I Dolphin? What am I? I'm supposed to eat jellyfish? What am I doing? Hold on. This is interesting. Dude, this is 1983. This is a long, long time ago. Let's try it again. Alright, so I need to stay away from jellyfish. Is that what I have to do? Oh, Jesus. Come on. No. The algae. Is that the algae or the jellyfish? Algae. Oh my god, who's that? So I need to stay away from jellyfish and octopus. Is that octopus, jellyfish, algae, or algae, whatever they call it, algae. All right, this is the who is this? Is that what I think it is? Is this mermaid? Am I supposed to save the mermaid? What am I supposed to do? Come on, mermaid. Come. Mermaid, what am I supposed to do with you? I don't know. Anyway, I don't have time to figure out what's going on here. You're a dolphin, need to rescue, whatever. Let's see what else we have. Do they have any racing games? Did I have like boxing? What is this? What is it? Sierra? They got Sierra games? No kidding. Oh my god, they have Police Quest. Oh my goodness. Guys, they have Police Quest. Now we're talking. Oh yeah. Police Quest, dude. They got Sierra games. They got Police Quest. Alright, let's see what else they have. Do they have do they have any like a racing games? Freeway? No, I want some racing games. What is this? Full speed overtake? Oh, they do have some racing games. All right. All right, cool, cool. Let me retry. Let me try one more time. Well, this video is going to be long. You know, the thing about these games, they're such a simple games, but they were always challenging. You know, there's always the challenge, and that's what made it. Oh, I'm submitting my score, my lousy score. So they do have. They have some decent games. You know, you have to remember this just came out, so you know, don't expect too much stuff. What is this? Firefighter, Cosmic Arc. What is this? But they have a police quest, dude. The fact that they have police quest, to me, man, it's like, holy crap. Let's play it. Dude, I remember Police Quest, playing it. Me and my brother, man. Oh, dude. I think it was like... was 1989? Was it 1989? Police Quest? I think so. It's like you're doing all the detective work and stuff. It was pretty cool. Let's go over here to the desk. Russ, the keeper of the evidence lockup, says, "Howdy, Sonny. I haven't seen anything with your name on it coming lately." Okay, I don't want to do this right now because it's one of those games you have to play by yourself. But they have it, which is great. Let's see what else they have. Let's see what else they have. Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES. Wow. They only got MechWarrior. Alright, well, better than nothing. Let's see how it plays. $1993. It has taken me 10 years. It has taken me 10 years to develop and refine my skills to the point where I am now ready to face the Dark Wing. Lance, that renegade, mercenary, cartel that destroyed my family all those years ago. And I'm thinking, I haven't had an answer to your question. People been asking, am I coming back? I think it's safe to say, yeah, I'm coming back with pencils. You know, people ask me about Keanu Reeves, John Wick, and all these voices. They say to me, do I get a kick out of it? Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely has an effect. Certainly has an effect on ladies. I don't know what it is about the Keanu Reeves voice, but it certainly has an effect on ladies. And I can't explain it. It's just, when they hear that voice, it's just like they're soaking wet. They're like dripping, you know, dripping, soaking wet. I guess Keanu has that kind of power. I don't know. I mean, his voice has that kind of power or whatever, you know. But anyway, let's continue. What is this? Okay, how do I play? I just want to play, dude. I don't know how to play this. So look, I don't have time for this. You know, remember, we're just checking out these games, all right? Because I don't have. It's already 30 minutes, all right? I don't want to spend, you know, all my time just like playing one game. We can do that on a live stream, you know. Look, they got Amiga. They only got like 3, 1, 2, 3 on Amiga Space. They got Police Quest, Space Quest. Hold on. This is Space Quest 2. Okay. Right now, they don't have that many games because they just released this, but I'm sure there will be more. They seem to have a lot of Atari 26 games. And what is this? Commando. It seems to me that Phil Spencer loves Atari 26. I mean, look, Atari was the big thing, you know, especially for those of you who were, you know, growing up here in America. In America, Atari was the... Because I have a cousin who was, you know, who was born here, lived here throughout the 80s, and he still lives here, of course. He's married, has kids. But he was telling me, my cousin, because when we would talk, like overseas, like in the 80s, when I was in Bosnia, well, back then Yugoslavia, I would tell him, hey, I'm playing on the Commodore 64, and he would tell me, no, man, I'm playing on the Atari 2600. And then I remember one time when he came in to visit me to Bosnia from America, he brought in the Atari 2600, and man, woo! That's where I kind of fell in love with the Atari, you know. But I was mainly Spectrum. I'm sorry, a Spectrum, Commodore 64, and then Amiga. But most of my time, I just want to clarify this. Most of my time was spent in the 80s, me and my brother and my cousin, Commodore 64. Because my cousin had a Commodore 64, and he really got me hooked, me and my brother, with my other cousin with a Commodore 64. So, you know, but anyway, long story short, majority of you, I'm pretty sure, who were here in America, born here in America in 1980s, it was the Atari 2600, right? Those of us who were in Europe, it was Commodore 64, Spectrum ZX, you know, stuff like that. All right. Come on, Dylan. Hey, have you guys ever seen Red Scorpion? Dude, I was watching Red Scorpion the other day. It's a Dolph Lundgren movie. And let me tell you, this shit is hard, man. I need to take cover. Hold on. Take cover, Dylan. There you go. So anyway, I was watching Red Scorpion, Dolph Lundgren movie, and it's such an underrated movie, dude. Honestly. I don't want to spoil the movie. I just want you to watch it. All you need to know that he was Spetsnaz, Russian Spetsnaz, you know, highly decorated officer, and they sent him to Africa to investigate something, and then he find out what the Russians were doing in Africa. Like, they were killing innocent women and children in the villages of Africa, right? Along with the Cubans that were there. It was like a communist regime. And he was like so against that. He was like so upset to see what his own country was doing. So it's a pretty good movie, man. Like Red Scorpion, played by Dolph Lundgren. If you guys never seen Red Scorpion, like, Jesus, go watch it. Actually, you can watch it right now. Go to Tubi, Tubi, Tubi TV. It's a free application. All the movies are free. They got thousands of movies. They're all free. You just have to watch a couple of commercials here and there. You know, no big deal. But you get to watch the movie for free. They have it on Tubi. Tubi TV. Tubi TV is free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's free. Forget the Netflix, man. Forget the Amazon Prime. Just get yourself a Tubi, man. Alright? Anything that I can get free, I'll take it. I've seen people pay $35, $36, $37, $38, $40 a month for Netflix. What are you doing? Anyway, even if you have money, like, what are you doing? Alright, so, let's exit this. Let's see what else they have. It's already, look, man, it's already 36 minutes. And again, I apologize that this video is long, but please keep in mind, I don't want to do half-assed 5-minute, 10-minute videos just so I can get the clicks. I really want you to see what this service is about. Right? Maybe you don't have a Game Pass. You're like, maybe I want to try out Game Pass now that they have retro classics. So I want to kind of go into all of the details and show you everything. I believe that's how it should be. If you're going to be genuine about doing a video about something, it should be genuine enough that you spend time showcasing everything. What people want to see. So what people want to see, how many games did they have? So let's just get down to it. Well, they seem to have a lot of Atari 2600 games. Atlantis 2, Baseball, Beam, Rider, Bloody Human Freeway, Boxing, Bridge, Checkers, Enduro, Laser Blast, Hero. So they seem to have a lot of Atari 2600 games, which is great. Grand Prix, they got Grand Prix, Atari 2600. But just remember, this is just the beginning. Don't expect too many games right now currently, because they just released this. All right. I think as the time goes by, you will see more and more and more. But look, the bottom line is this. This is included with Game Pass. On top of everything else that you have included with Game Pass, this adds to that extra value that I was talking about. How do I play this? The controls are a little bit strange. Let me see. You know, you got to remember, we used to have a joystick, and this was much better with a joystick. And you got to remember, I'm using a thumbstick. This is what I'm using, so it's a little bit different with a thumbstick. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That was pretty cool. Let's check out that boxing game. I want to check out one more game. I'll definitely add the I'll add this to my favorites. Let's see the boxing game. Where's the Atari? There's boxing. Let's try it. This is the good old days Atari 2600. All right, pretty simple. Pick up and play. Let's go. Yo, Adrian! I am Drago. I'm going to destroy you. This is fun, dude. You know, again, not much to look at in terms of graphics, but it's the fun concept. See, this is what's missing today. I was talking about this on my previous video. This is what's missing today. It's that fun factor that we used to have. And we don't see that anymore with video games. Oh man, this is tight. We're tied up. Oh no, he's winning. All right, he's going to win. It was a good fight. Come on, come on. 4 seconds left. All right. All right, what else do we have? They got a bunch of Atari 2600 games, which is great. They got PlayStation 1 so far. DOS. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. SNES 1 game. Bunch of Activision games. So here's my honest opinion about this. Look, it's included. All right, guys, just remember, it's included on top of everything else that the Xbox Game Pass has. You know, Call of Duty games and all these Forza games, EA Play, EA Sports games, all the Bethesda games, all the Doom games. Listen, on top of everything else that Xbox has, this is a pretty darn good welcomed edition for Game Pass. Now, if you're wondering why was I criticizing Sony earlier, it's because I really want Sony to, because there's a bunch of games leaving Sony right now. Like Grand Theft Auto is leaving, a bunch of other games are leaving, Resistance is leaving. Like, how come, like, PlayStation Plus doesn't have something like this? How come PlayStation doesn't have, like, if you look at, like, seriously, Sony, and I don't want, because that has to be a separate video for Sony. Sony, you have juggernaut of a PlayStation 2 library. of games. You have a juggernaut of PlayStation 1 original games. Why aren't you putting those games on a PlayStation Plus as more often as you should, maybe? Where's SOCOM Navy SEALs, right? There's a lot that Sony should be doing, but they're not doing. So when I talk about which service is better, right? When you look at the Game Pass versus PlayStation Plus, they both give you a value in terms of saving money on the video games if you're on a budget, so you can play something. But in terms of which service gives you more value, there's no question about it that the Xbox Game Pass always comes up to the top. And I have both services. I have PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass. They're both great services. I use both of them. I've been playing Sandland, a Namco game that came out on PlayStation Plus earlier today. Sandland is amazing. But what I'm simply saying is Xbox Game Pass adds more to the value in terms of where you can play these games, how you can play them, the amount of features that they have available. Xbox Game Pass wins in terms of value. PlayStation Plus, it's still a good value, but if you're going to compare the two, the Xbox Game Pass, it's at the top. You know. But they're both good services. It's just the Xbox has little extra features that PlayStation Plus is missing. And those features, like a day one releases, dude, it's a big benefit. If you're on the PlayStation, you have to pay for this. Doom the Dark Ages. I don't. If you're on the PlayStation, you have to pay for Call of Duty Black Ops. If you're on the PlayStation, you have to pay for Ninja Gaiden Black. If you're on the PlayStation Plus, you have to pay for Forza Horizon 5. If you're on PlayStation Plus, you have to pay for, a lot of these games, including remastered Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Here, you don't have to do that. So, Xbox certainly has the advantage. Game Pass has the advantage in terms of what they provide to you in terms of value. And again, I have both services. They're both good. But if you guys are going to be asking me which one has more value, that's an easy answer. It's Game Pass. And I have PlayStation Plus as well. But I have to be honest. Someone who does have PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass, I would be lying if I told you that PlayStation has more value. I mean, PlayStation Plus has more value. It's good, but when compared to Xbox Game Pass, the value goes to Xbox Game Pass. So anyway, there you have it, guys. It's been a long video. Like I said, this is included retro classics. Go check it out. And let me know what you think. And I know the video is 50 minutes, but I just wanted to kind of like go through some of these games and do it for you so you don't have to do it. Like, so you can just kick back, relax, and watch the video. If you got 50 minutes to spare, you can watch this video, and I'm sure this video will help you decide whether or not maybe you want to, reactivate your Xbox Game Pass membership. I don't know. So, but there you have it. Retro Classics. Right now, they have pretty decent amount of games. However, there will be more as the time passes by, I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, there you have it. That's the video. I hope this video was informative. I hope that gives you some idea what retro classics it's all about. Just remember, Xbox has partnered with Antstream. This is still Antstream. They're using the Antstream servers. It's just that the Antstream is putting some of these games exclusive to the Game Pass. So that way, there's a difference there. Okay? Well, there you have it. All right? Thank you for watching. What I mean by that there's a difference, so when you go to Antstream, you can't play Police Quest. You have to go to Retro Classics to play it. So I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to make it more like Xbox-ish service. So like, hey, you can only play that on the Retro Classics on the Xbox, which makes total sense, you know. All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching.